Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak 2019 on this day 2 of our 3-day celebration of Eid al-Fitr 2019. We do trust that you had a rewarding Ramadan, inshallah, and we hope as well that you had a most enjoyable and well-spent Eid al-Fitr 2019, at least the public holiday yesterday, and that you are still in celebratory mode. It is a 3-day observance of Eid al-Fitr, a 3-day celebration of Eid al-Fitr after all. Maybe some of you may have even resumed fasting, either for fasts missed during the month of Ramadan or the nafil fasts, the 6 additional fasts, nafil fasts that you can offer during the month of Sha Allah. Either which way, Eid Mubarak once again from all of us at Fuzz Events Entertainment Ltd in association with Impression Studios. Today we have a very special, two actually very special acknowledgements that we wish to make, and we're making these acknowledgements for and on behalf of Family TV, FISCAL NICS and Green Deen, who have asked us to select, based on the 29 Jamaats that we visited over Ramadan 2019, the 2 Jamaats that stood out in the following categories. 1 was most eco-friendly Jamaat, and 2 was the most health-conscious Jamaat. These are habits, traits, and behaviors that the folks at Family TV, FISCAL NICS, Green Deen, and we at Fuzz Events and Entertainment Ltd, as well as our friends across at Impression Studio, would like to encourage heading into future Ramadans, inshallah, and just general habits, even for outside of the month of Ramadan, whenever we gather and whenever we host our functions, our shukranas, our akikas, whatever the case may be. But firstly, we have to say thank you. And we start by thanking Allah, without whom none of this would have been possible. Not a leaf falls in the forest without Allah willing that to be. So ultimately that means that Allah would have had to will this feature, this month-long feature to happen, and there would have had to be a reason and a purpose behind it. And we do hope that we were able to fulfill that purpose during the course of the series, and that we are, inshallah, all better off for it, having enjoyed the journey, but having learnt so many different things and met so many different people, new people being introduced to new Jamaats, new friends, and hopefully adding to the brotherhood and camaraderie that exists within and amongst the ummah locally, inshallah. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through whom all things are possible. Secondly, I wish to thank all of the respective Jamaats and their imams or amirs at these Jamaats who welcomed us with such warm embrace, such open hearts and arms, and who really treated us absolutely phenomenally. Normally, as a Muslim, we are the ones dishing out the special treatment to our guests, and even as Muslims, we never really thought too much about the way that Muslims are supposed to treat their guests. But being guests of 29 different Jamaats for this month of Ramadan really has been an eye-opening experience for us, and I have to say it has been one of the most positive experiences as well that I've had being entertained by so many different Muslims over the course of the month of Ramadan. It is indeed one of the ways that I think our ummah really does stand out, but more of that tomorrow, inshallah. I also want to say thank you very quickly to all of the ulama, the maulanas, the different scholars, sheikhs, etc., whom we had the chance to chat with during the course of the series, for all of the information and the dawah that they would have disseminated via the series. We do hope that ultimately that information, that knowledge, that wisdom will be of benefit to myself firstly, and thereafter to all others who would have had the opportunity to look on at the series and learn from whatever information would have been belted out. I also wish to thank all of the other interviewees, the folks who provided us with the different history and stories of their Jamaat and of themselves as well. Thank you so much for sharing all of those touching moments with us. I wish to thank all of our online supporters, especially those who would have either shared our content, commented, subscribed, or encouraged us along in one way or the other. Whether you commented publicly or you sent a message privately to our inbox or whatever the case may be, we sincerely thank you for it, because it has been, as much as it has been an absolutely awesome journey now that I can say that in hindsight, there were some moments where the encouragement would have been needed, especially because it was such a tiresome, such an exhaustive experience. But thank you thank you for giving us the spirit and the encouragement to continue and to complete the month and the series, inshallah. I wish to thank 103 FM who afforded us the opportunity to highlight this series on their website, 103fm.tt. It's still posted there on the Iftar Insights tab on their website. I also wish to thank them as well as an employee of the station for all of the support that they lent to me to facilitate me being able to conduct the series, all of the the special allocations and everything else that they would have afforded me over the course of the month to be able to complete this series. They really 103% lent me their support to complete this Iftar Insight series and encouraged me fully along the way. So thank you from my heart to yours, to my family members across at 103 FM, first, finest, forever. A special thank you to my brother Anil Beam and to his band, the Beamers Band, and his recording studio as well, the Beamers Empire. I want to say thanks to Beam for so graciously agreeing to be a part of our series, at least the grand finale of the series, and lending his voice to that very popular Qasida of Sosatoruk Satua, in which we shared that audio with you. It was audio that was specially recorded for the Iftar Insight series, and we attached to that audio file video footage highlighting all 29 stops during the Iftar Insight series. If you have not as yet seen it, please do so. You can catch it on YouTube. Just search for Iftar Insights Farewell Ramadan 2019 and take a look and a listen as well. Special thank you to my brother Tabshir Budu and his wife and family for all the support rendered to us over the course of the month and co-hosting some of the episodes in the series. And Tabi, inshallah, I look forward to your support in this regard and much more so in the 2020 edition, inshallah. I wish to say a special thank you to my wife, who has been a rock. Sorry to sound so cliche, but she really has been a bedrock of support for me throughout the entire series. She's the one who was responsible as well for making the bookings with the different Jamaats, liaising with the Jamaat contacts, etc. And I also want to especially thank her as well for stepping up and helping us change the dimension of the series. I think when we visited Kumana, that's when things changed, and we realized that we really needed to get some of the stories that the sisters had to tell in order to really make this a 100% authentic representation of what the Jamaat stood for and how they operated. And she really stepped into the fold quite bravely so, and I wish to thank her for that sincerely as well. I want to say thanks to my mother, whom we left alone during the month of Ramadan 2019. I know that my Jamaat would have done the best that they could have to keep her company during these days and nights, the days and nights of Ramadan when we would not have been there. But thank you sincerely, Mom, for the patience and more so for the support and encouragement. She was our biggest supporter and couldn't wait daily for the videos to be uploaded so that she could view them many times over. I had to tell her it only counted as one view, Mom, but that's okay. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for that great blessing. A mother's blessing is always a phenomenal thing, and thank you for that sincerely. In wrapping up, I want to say a special thank you to the folks at Marrakech Designs TT for your home decor. They were the ones who provided us with the lovely home decor in some of the episodes, and for the Eid ads and photo shoots that we participated in as well, for on behalf of 103 FM. I want to say thank you as well to our silent supporters, and in particular a young lady by the name of Salima, aka our very near and dear friend Sally. Sally traveled with us through all end of the country, very silently so, over the course of Ramadan 2019, to just render any support that she could have, help in any way that she could have behind the scenes. And I really do want to acknowledge you publicly for the first time, Sally, and say thank you sincerely, and may Allah reward you immensely. It has been a most phenomenal journey, and you have been thanking us all along, but we have so much to be thankful to you for as well. So Jazakallah khair, and may this Ramadan be extra rewarding for you, not just at the end of Ramadan 2019, but in the hereafter as well, inshallah. And I saved the most important for last. I want now to single out and thank the folks at Impression Studio, our brother combination of Rohan Ramgarib and Timothy Ramgarib. These are the brothers behind Impression Studio, and these are the guys without whom this entire month-long series would not have been possible. And I would really like to implore you, I'd like to ask of you that you support them in any way possible. Please log on to their Facebook page, log on to their YouTube channel, take a look at the work that they do. They offer full videography and photography services, also drone services as well, and they really do specialize as well in all of the sensitivities associated with Islamic functions, nikas, walimas, akikas, shukranas, etc. So please do consider them the next time that you have a special function, whether it's of an Islamic nature or a social nature as well. Please do consider them as well. You've seen the kind of work that they're able to produce in under 18 hours time. So just imagine what they can do for you when they've got extra time to put extra finishing touches on your production, whether photography or videography. I want to say a special thank you to these brothers and to their wives and respective families as well, who would have been so patient with them, whom they would have had to leave behind during Ramadan as well, in order to be able to get this done. So to their respective families, I sincerely say thank you for letting us have your husbands, your brothers, your sons during the month of Ramadan, your Jamaat members during the month of Ramadan, and thank you for allowing them to spend this time with us so that we could have created this feature, Iftar Insights 2019. Their work has been tremendous, recording, editing, and then making available to us for the upload process within a mere matter of hours. It would have been a sleep deprived month in more ways than usually so during Ramadan, and I just want to sincerely thank these brothers again for it. So I think I have covered most of my dues. If I have not thanked you in any way possible, if I have omitted anyone, please do forgive me. The fault is mine and no one else's. And I do hope once again that our work for Ramadan during the Iftar Insights series would have been of benefit to you and your families and to your respective Jamaats and to the local Muslim community as a whole. Now, back to business, and here are the announcements, the acknowledgements. For the category of most eco-friendly Jamaat Ramadan 2019, it was a most easy choice. That prize, that Jamaat, is the Masjid Us Salam Jamaat La Sophie Trace in Claxton Bay. This was a no-brainer. This is the Jamaat that has meatless Mondays so that they can attempt at least one day in the week to reduce their carbon footprint. As you know, consumption of meat and all meat-based products leave an extra high carbon footprint behind. So meatless Monday is one way that they are trying to combat climate change. Additionally, they have taken every measure possible to reduce and reuse before attempting to recycle. All right, and they reminded us of that, and they deliberately have made so many changes at the Jamaat. They do not use plastics, they do not use anything that is not reusable, and they have so many systems in place at that Jamaat to ensure that less garbage goes to the dump. As you would have heard in that particular episode, after 3 days of iftar catering for 100+ people, they did not even as yet make up one bag of garbage. After 3 days of iftar, as phenomenal as that sounds, these are the people who live the closest to the Forest Park dump, and the brothers and sisters of that Jamaat reminded us that even though it's out of sight for us and not an issue for the rest of the country, they are the ones who have to deal with the stench. They live downwind from that dump, and they're the ones who have to deal with it. So they are helping themselves by sending less garbage to the dump, by reducing and reusing, and they are asking, and I am asking on their behalf as well, that this be one of the things that we look at heading into Ramadan 2020, but just generally so as well. And finally, the award, the special acknowledgement for the most health conscious Jamaat Ramadan 2019, that without doubt goes to the Santa Cruz Muslim Association. They're from Cutucupano Road, La Pastora in Santa Cruz, and this prize, this acknowledgement, is especially so for two reasons. One, because of the things that they have eliminated, all of the unhealthy choices that they have eliminated, all of the sugary choices that they have eliminated from their iftars. In particular, this year, they banned soft drinks at their iftars. No soft drinks are being served at the Santa Cruz Masjid. If you know that when you break fast, you want soft drink, you walk with your soft drink, no problem. The Jamaat doesn't have a problem with that, but they are not contributing to unhealthy habits by making soft drinks available. Additionally, the second thing is the things that they are making available, and that is the healthier choices. Most Jamaats, when you think of a salad, you might just think of the typical, couple items, your greens and your cucumbers and whatever have you not, maybe a grape here or there, apple here and there as well, that you put together in a tossed salad. But what they do is they give you a full spread for salad options every single night, just to encourage healthier, lighter eating as well. And for these reasons, amongst others as well, we would like to acknowledge the Santa Cruz Muslim Association, the Santa Cruz Jamaat, as the most health conscious Jamaat. Prizes, trophies will be awarded to both of these Jamaats, courtesy of Family TV, FISCAL NICS and Green Deen, and will be presented, inshallah, next week by members of these members representing these respective bodies. Again, Family TV, FISCAL NICS and Green Deen. Fuzz Events and Entertainment Ltd, together with Impression Studio. We met, we chatted about this, we discussed it, and really and truly they were very easy decisions to make this year, as we found that there, unfortunately so, were no Jamaats that came even close to giving either of these Jamaats a run, as they say, for the prize this year. And we're hoping, however, that with the inclusion of these special acknowledgements and trophies, that many other Jamaats will try to take pattern and make these changes as well heading into Ramadan in future, inshallah. So Jazakallah khair, congratulations to the Masjid Salam, La Sophie Trace Claxton Bay, adjudged most eco-friendly Jamaat for Ramadan 2019, and congratulations as well to the Santa Cruz Muslim Association of Kutukupana Road in La Pastora, Santa Cruz, adjudged the most health conscious Jamaat for Ramadan 2019. Jazakallah khair for your support. Again, we have one more video that we want to share with you tomorrow, where we will share with you, we intend to share with you, inshallah, all of the lessons that we learned, because this would not be proper if, after having all of these experiences and learning so much, that we don't in turn share these lessons with you. So we will share the best of Ramadan 2019 with you to help us all prepare for a better Ramadan, inshallah, in 2020. That video will be out either tomorrow or at the very latest, inshallah, on Saturday. So Jazakallah khair, Eid Mubarak once again from all of us at Fuzz Events Entertainment Ltd in association with Impression Studio. Thanks again for your time. Jazakallah and Assalamu alaikum.